Guys, Patrick here. So today we're going to do a little bit of work to my Black Widow. I had already started this and wasn't videotaping it, and then I decided to make a video because if you follow me on social media lately, you know that I put a fluorescent yellow string on this bow, which was this string, and I made a video installing the string, setting up the clicker or Bareshaft Tuning, everything, and then I ended up deciding I didn't like how this string felt on the shot. Now, there's nothing wrong with this string. This is a triple T string. I just got it, put it on the bow, got it settled in, got everything set up, and I didn't like how it shot. It made it feel sluggish. Now, it was not the string, it was the cat whiskers. No, I'm not paid by Triple T. I've been accused of that. He just makes a great product, and I know if I order one, I'm going to get what I want. There's some other great string manufacturers out there, 10-ring strings. I've had one of his, but I got the bow on a trade, so I didn't really get the bow brand new and exactly see how it did. And I didn't shoot the bow much before I sold it. I hear a lot about mountain muffler strings, and I'm sure there's plenty of others. I would love to try those strings. And I would be willing to. It's just hard to spend the money when I know if I order the Triple T, I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to be happy. So that's just why I keep doing that. But I would be willing to try some other ones, and I'm sure there's a lot of good ones out there. But a good string is essential. It is as important as the bow to me. If you have a string that's not good and it's constantly stretching, you know, I put new strings on bows. I let them settle for a few days. I shoot them 25, 30, 40 shots at the most. The string's pretty much done. Then I start Bareshaft tuning. When you put a new string on there and tune it and set your nock height, and then all of a sudden, you know, every couple days you got to put twist, or, you know, put twist in your bottom loop, because you're supposed to put twist in the bottom loop, take them in or out of the string, twist on the bottom loop, not the top one. I'm sure a lot of people know that. But if you're putting twist in or taking twist out, you're moving the nock height on the string. You know, your string keeps stretching, you're putting twist in to keep your brace height where you want it. Your knocking point's going to move down, and your bow is going out of tune each time you do that. I've done it. I've been through it. It's a pain. So I think strings are essential. That's why I talk about them so much. They're very important to me. This is a Triple T right here, buckskin color. Nothing was wrong with it. I just wanted the fluorescent color, and I wanted to try cat whiskers. I shot them years ago, and the only thing I've shot them on here recently is that dart, and I haven't shot that bow hardly at all. So, but on this bow I've shot it enough to where I could see the difference in the string, and on the shot it just kind of made it feel sluggish. Now, I do think cat whiskers do the best as far as vibration and noise dampening, and that's probably just a me thing, to feel the difference and not like it, you know. So I'm sure nobody else probably even notices. But so I had to scrap that whole video. I put the old string back on it. I'm either going to cut these cat whiskers off and put some wool puffs on it, or I'm just going to order a whole nother string with wool puffs already on it. In my opinion, you can't have too many strings. One year during hunting season, I nicked my string with a broadhead, and it just dismantled, and I was out of string. So anything can happen. It's good to have extras at all times, especially going into hunting season or 3D season. Have an extra or two at least. So put the string back on it. I had replaced the rest when I was doing all that stuff. I went ahead and put a new piece of Velcro on there and put a little piece of Q-tip under there for the arrow to ride onto. I got my Bareshaft. This is the same Bareshaft I tuned it with last time. I've ordered a dozen new arrows. I got them. I've already got them fletched up. I cut them and finished building them. But I wanted to shoot with a Bareshaft first to make sure everything was good to go. I've shot it some and it's shooting a little bit nock low, not much, and some shots it's showing a tiny bit weak, some it's not. So it's all on me, it's all in the shot. And when I say a little bit weak, I mean slightly, very, very slightly. And some people tune their bows like that because they say when they add feathers, anytime you add weight on the back of the arrow, it stiffens it up. Lighted nocks, any type of weight, wraps, fletchings, it stiffens it up a little bit, so they tune it where it's just slightly weak. Throw the fletchings and wraps on there and it should essentially straighten it out. Some people believe in that, some don't. It's not a big deal for me. I'm really not a good enough shooter to notice that little bit of change, adding feathers, that little bit of weight on the back. So it's a little bit weak right now. I could leave it, or I could cut a 1/4 inch off the shaft when I cut the new ones, and it'll be fine. So what I'm concerned about is the nock high and the nock low. So what I'm gonna do is cut the nock sets off of this, move the nock sets up just a tiny bit, and I'll Bareshaft shoot it and target and show you what happens, and we'll go from there. The reason I'm cutting them off and replace them is because I put permanent nock sets on there. When you order a string from Triple T, and I'm not other companies might do it, but it comes with tied-on nock sets, and you just twist them left and right, and they'll go up and down the serving. So, you know, the serving is put on there to twist, so when you twist it around the serving, it'll move up and down. If that'll focus, it'll move up and down the string. So those are adjustable nock sets, and what I do is adjust these when I'm tuning the bow, get it perfect, and then I cut them off and put permanents on there like this, just so I'm not concerned about it accidentally moving or something happen. It's probably would never will, but it's peace of mind for me. I like getting it set up, the bow, and leaving it and being foolproof. So we're going to go ahead and cut these off. Now this is, I'm sure a lot of guys already watched my videos and know, this is the PSAX 60 inch, 49 pounds at 28, Sapelli riser, Sapelli limbs, and it's a Sapelli riser, but it's got a little bit of redwood on the front, and it's got phenolic in the center. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and cut these nock sets off. Let's go ahead and get 2 pieces of serving. This is BCY 3D. I'm not sure well, that's the item number right there, but I do really like this serving. It burns really well. There's one. There's 2. Alright, I'm just going to cut my top one off first. Alright, I'm going to stick the arrow in there. That's where it was. I'm going to bring it up a little bit. I just do overhand knots. Go down the bottom, do the same thing. Go up. Do it about 5 times or so, however big you want your nock sets to be. I don't want them too large, but I also don't want them to be able to move. Well, try to always keep tension on it. Alright, tighten that down pretty good. And you can see that gap right there, that's where it was. I moved it up about 1/16 of an inch. And we're going to cut the bottom off and tie it also. Alright. Alright, let's go outside and shoot it. Anytime you're Bareshaft tuning, you always want to use some type of target, like that big shot all the way on the right, the brown target, or like a block target. Hay bales work pretty good. The Reinhardt Rhino blocks work good. Any type of target that when the arrow hits the target, it doesn't move. It sticks in the same exact way it was flying through the air. I know a lot of you guys and girls have shot bag targets, and when the arrow hits a bag target, you notice it'll kick one way or the other, or kick up and down, and you can't see the exact way the arrow was flying in the air. So you want something that the arrow can stick into perfect. So whenever I take shots with Bareshaft, I always shoot it multiple times to make sure that I didn't do something wrong, and to make sure that I'm getting consistently the same Bareshaft, you know, the flight, the tune every time. Bareshafts will show you all of your form flaws, anything you're doing on your shot. It shows you all your mistakes. Fletchings cover up a ton of mistakes that you cannot see until you shoot Bareshaft. So I'm a huge proponent of Bareshaft tuning. I think the animals we hunt, you know, deserve that from us. that's another topic for another day, shooting fletch shafts versus bare shafts. But anyway, we'll go ahead and take a shot with this, or a couple shots, and see what happens. Nock height looks almost perfect. It's showing a tiny bit weak. I'm going to do it again. Well, I'll take you up there and show you what it looks like. It's showing a tiny bit nock low still, and just a slight nock left. So it's not bad, but I'm going to do it again. And I'm doing this at about 15 yards here. When I really get nitpicky with it, I'll go out to 20 and double check there. But just for the sake of the video, we're just gonna do it right here. It's showing perfectly back at me, just a little bit nock low. I'm gonna go get, I'll take you up there and show you that one too. That one was actually pretty good. And all these are inconsistencies on my shot. So that's why I'm showing you. The more consistent you are with your form and your shot, the better the Bareshafting will be. I tell a lot of guys, when you first get into traditional, just get some arrows, shoot it, get your form, get your draw length, all that set up before you ever consider Bareshaft tuning. But I'll go ahead and show you this. I'm going to shoot it again. That was pretty much perfect. Just, I mean, nock low just a tiny bit. I'm trying to decide if it's even worth cutting nock points off and moving it up again or not. I'll take you up there. I think I'll probably leave it here. Same exact thing, and I'm gonna leave it. I mean, it's nock low just tiny bit. It's better than 95% of the traditional guys out there, their bows tuned. So I think we're pretty good. We're sloping down the hill too a little bit. I got to remember that for the height. So if it is nock low, it's just not even much to really worry about. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I am gonna finish building some arrows. I gotta cut them and everything. I would show them to you, but I can't show the feathers yet. I do have a video just about these new feathers coming out, but I can't show them yet. So anyway, guys, like and subscribe. All my social media is in the description. And if you got anything out of this, guys, put a comment and let me know. Thank you.